to come to practice? Fine, I'll come to practice. Not only did he go to practice, he played with the third stringers, and then he won the game with the third stringers, trash-talked all the starters, trash-talked the front office, then talked to Rachel Nichols, and guess what canceled today? Not our show yet.
Not yet.
The Timberwolves canceled practice today.
Sure they did.
Jimmy Butler's pulling all the strings.
You know what? They don't want goons and savages in the building.
No,
so they're trying to figure out how to get Jimmy Butler the hell out of there before we got practice again.
It makes them uncomfortable.
Look, dude, it is $300 million tied up in Karl Anthony Towns and Wiggins, and the best player on your team going at their neck.
Every day.
That's a bad situation.
And winning the game. You know the GM was sitting there like, y'all better win. Y'all better win this game.
So that's the point now, Cole. Where do you go from here?
Well,
right?
They canceled practice.
But no, I'm saying for the season. Jimmy Butler just wrecked your starters, per se, with the guys that don't even play.
But not only that, and then he walked out the door before practice was over. He's not going to any meetings, and then he goes straight to an interview with Rachel Nichols and had this to say. Let's listen.
So, boy, you had an eventful day.
You could say that.
You returned to practice for the first time with the Wolves, and I'm just gonna read a little bit of Adrian Wojnarowski's report on what happened there. That you were loud, emotional, passionate, we like to say, targeting Coach Tom Thibodeau, teammates like Karl Anthony Towns and Andrew Wiggins. That you told GM Scott Layton, quote, "You effing need me." How would you describe what happened today?
A lot of it's true. A lot of it is true. But you got to think, I haven't played basketball in so long, and I'm so passionate, and I love the game, and I don't do it for any other reason except for to compete and go up against the best to try to prove that I can hang. So all my emotion came out at one time. Was it the right way to do it? No. But I can't control that when I'm out there competing. Like, that's my love of the game. That's raw me.
I love this. I love the game so much. I'm so passionate. I couldn't help but yell at everybody and win the game. I had to yell at all my teammates. I'm just so passionate that I had to clown everybody on the whole entire team.
I was thinking the same thing, man. Passion has become the new word for disrespect.
Right? Yeah. I just love the game so much.
I just love
That's
it.
why I had to clown everybody.
I want to punk all my teammates because I'm passionate about it.
Like, I love it so much.
Jimmy is a goon, bro. Like this is one of those situations that we gonna look back in basketball and say, I love that guy for the way he played and his attitude towards the game. Now, I don't know how this is gonna bode well for him in free agency.
It's interesting. So
right?
Somehow, through all of this, he became more likable.
Yes.
Like, he not only did he leave work early, not show up to work, yell at his boss, and then go to the media and tell everybody about it, but I like him more because of it.
He increased his value at that franchise.
Do you really think so, though?
Yes.
Do you really think so?
Yep.
Through all this, if you're another GM, now let's be real, though, Marcus.
All right.
You played professional football. If you're another GM, are you saying, I want that guy on my team, or you say, I don't want those problems?
If you Pat Riley, yes. If you're a GM that can manage that, yes.
I think
Why
you
not?
need to be a Pat Riley type.
It's not a lot of those.
Someone needs to look and be like, no, not today.
I got it. I get all of that. But if it's raising the level, then you go with it, right? And if he is delivering what he's supposed to deliver as well on the basketball court, it's warranted. You know, superstars or dudes that stars get a bigger pass in situations like that.
Of course.
Like, that is a part of it. So when Jimmy went in there and he did what he did to the first stringers, he proved to everybody in their franchise that you pretty much need me to have any shot, right? So now he walks away with every other GM in the NBA knowing that.
Here's the thing.
Cole.
Marcus.
Every other GM knows that Jimmy Butler went into practice and beat the starters for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
But do you know what else he did? He yelled at the GM. So if I'm the GM, I don't want to get yelled at by Jimmy Butler.
You don't think Jordan ever yelled? You don't think Kobe ever yelled?
Of course, but that's Jordan and Kobe.
But what I'm saying is, you are the Jordan and Kobe to whatever franchise if you're the best player. In our mind, you may not be that, and obviously Jimmy Butler is not. But if you going in as the max player, franchise player for that organization, right now they think of you in that vein.
So explain this to me. Be my psychiatrist.
Okay.
Why does all of this disruption, all this misbehavior, they canceled practice today, why does that make me like him more?
Because you like goons.
I do like goons.
You like goons.
I do like goons.
You from the old school.
I do like
You like
goons.
dudes that play hard, bro. Like this is what we're missing in the NBA. What do we hear about the NBA all the time? I know you and Jalen talk about
It's getting soft.
It's soft.
LeBron
everyone's
couldn't play
in the 90s.
and everyone's best friends.
Exactly.
And it's getting soft. And back in the 80s, they used to hate each other and they used to hard foul and
That's
they used
why
to
we
fight.
need the Jimmy Butlers of the world.
I
That's
love
why
Jimmy
you
Butler.
like it.
And you know why I like him? He drives a minivan.
Does he?
Yeah.
That's dumb.
He drives a minivan.
That's just
don't
dumb.
you dare disrespect minivans on this
Cole,
program,
that's
sir.
dumb. It's dumb
Don't you
for
dare.
him to
I know
drive
you
a
got
minivan.
kids.
It's not
Don't
good
talk to me
gas
about
mileage.
minivans, man.
It's not good gas mileage.
Don't
It's not
talk
good
to me about
gas mileage.
minivans. Moving on.
A single black man driving a minivan gives people pause to think about his motive.
He likes safe. He likes space. He likes
Get a
safety.
Volvo.
He likes safety. He likes space, and he likes cup holders.
All right.
You know what I mean? And there's I've got
There's a
plug
bunch
in
of cup
there, There's a
holders.
vacuum inside. It's great.
No doubt.
Moving on.
Dumb.
Former Adidas consultant TJ Gasnola testified, and you'll never believe this, Marcus, but he testified that some players got paid while they were in college.
No.
Yeah, he said that he made payments to the relatives of 5 players, including DeAndre Ayton and Dennis Smith Jr. It seems like none of this shocks us, obviously, but it seems like every couple weeks we get more and more information about this.
Yep.
So what is your reaction to the latest revelations?
I hope my son is a top 5 recruit coming out of high school.
So you're breaking the law, you're taking that money.
I want the bread. I'm
What
not
if it's
going to even need it,
One
but I
thing
want
about
it.
these stories that bugs me out, it's always like 15 grand or something,
Yeah.
like 25 grand. I feel like it's like worth half a
It needs
million
to be
to the
big
program.
money. It needs to be big money. I'm going to tell him I need big money. I need at least 6 figures when Marcus Jr. come out of high
So
school.
when Marcus Jr. comes out of high school, you're going to negotiate.
Yeah.
You're going to get an agent.
And I'm going to give it to him. I'm going to funnel it through me and give it back to him.
For real?
No, I'm not.
No, but
Cole.
what would you do for real to solve this?
Nothing, because it's only happening with the guys that's going top 10. And if Adidas gives a guy that they project as a top 10 pick and he doesn't, you know who bites the bullet? Adidas. Because they just lost money betting their hinges on these guys. Look, bro, you saw the Ben Simmons documentary, I'm sure.
Of course.
We talk about DeAndre Ayton. These dudes going to college as a malfunction of the system. They not going to college because they need to. So if they can make some money while doing that, and it goes to a bigger question with the NCAA and players
Sure, of course.
making money.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I don't have a single problem with it.
You know where TJ messed up? DeAndre Ayton's wearing Pumas now.
He wearing
If you pay somebody,
You didn't get the job done,
It's
dog.
like, come on, TJ.
You didn't get the
It's
job done.
Now you're testifying about the payments you made. He should be wearing 3 stripes right
He
now.
might
but he's
be
not.
mad at that.
He's not. Moving on. It's time for news that matters. So a British couple, you know, the British people, they like their pints. And they were in Sri Lanka on their honeymoon, and they're drinking rum. And they're drinking more rum, and they're drinking more. They're day drinking rum. They're on the beach. The heat and the rum gets to them. And they find out that the hotel they're staying at, the lease is up. They're talking to some of the management, and they're thinking about it. And they go to bed that night, and they have a meeting the next day with the people that run the hotel. It's the next day. They start drinking at the meeting, drinking some more at the meeting. They ended up purchasing the hotel.
The whole hotel?
No, not the room, the whole hotel. They are now hotel owners because of a drunken impulse purchase. Have you ever made a similar drunken impulse purchase?
I wish I would have made one that smart. But yes, I have. I bought a freaking fur coat, and I live in Texas. I'm gonna tell you what happened, man. I went to Philly, all right, and we get off the bus, and I'm hanging with the veterans. I'm the rookie. I got a little money, you know what I'm saying? That bonus had came through. You feel me? And we went to Torrey Big and Tall. It's the famous store in Philly, like for big dudes. So we go in there, and Leroy Glover was a big time defensive lineman in the league for a while.
I remember.
Leroy is black as this shirt I got on and that sweater you got on. He bought a black mink, and I was like, "What are you doing, Leroy?" He was like, "You gotta get a mink, man. You're in the league." I bought a white freaking mink coat, bro.
Not only did you get a fur coat, you bought a white fur coat.
Bought a white mink coat. But I live in Texas, Cole. I wore the coat one time.
And here's the thing: is you can't pack it on the road. You're going on a road trip. You can't pack a white mink coat.
You can't do anything.
Where is that coat right now?
I don't know.
No one knows.
Dumb.
That was so dumb. You know
So
what?
dumb.
That's dumber than buying a hotel.
It wasn't dumb when I bought it, though. I was thinking Frank Lucas.
Coming up next, Marcus will stay with us, and we're going to talk about Le'Veon Bell's return to the Steelers and much more. That's next. Stay tuned to Jalen and Jacoby.
Jalen, if you owned the Pistons, what's the first thing you'd do?
I go take like $10,000 out the bank, put it all on the floor, and do snow angels in it. Like, I made it.
Got to give the people time. Give people what they want. My mom